أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. وبعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحمد لله حمدا، الحمد لله شكرا، الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من الساجدين وجعلنا من الركع السجود وجعلنا من المسلمين. الحمد لله حمدا، الحمد لله شكرا، الحمد لله رب العالمين. And on that prayerful note, I welcome you to this beautiful program titled Ife Anabi, for the love of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. More so as we're in the month in which the Prophet was born, so years ago. Alhamdulillah, we are members of his ummah, the ummah that he so cared about, that all he wanted Allah to take care of for him is this ummah of ours. That is you and me. He didn't even know us, but he was worried for us. He was so worried that even when Allah allowed him to pay him a visit, the Most High, and he was there in the presence of Allah Azza wa Jalla, and Allah was asking him, ask whatever you want, Ya Muhammad, and it shall be given to you. But he said, Ummati, 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 my nation, my people, how will they not suffer? How will they not be condemned to hell? How will they make it in life and make it in the hereafter? That is how much the Prophet ﷺ loved us. And so we're packaging this program just to show the least we can of our love for this great, the most loving human being ever created by Allah Azza wa Jalla. My name is Ghania Akorede, and I welcome our father, our teacher, our noble teacher, a great scholar, Al-Hajj Maulana Fadilatul Sheikh Abdur Rahman Sulaiman Adangba. Am I right, sir?
You are very right.
أدام الله حياتكم أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. You're welcome, sir.
Shukran jazilan, shukran kathiran, shukran mubarakan. Thank you for having me on board. May Allah reward all of us abundantly.
Àmín, àmín ya Rabbal Alamin. So gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò yìí, bàbá ti ń sọ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, tá à ń já Lárúbáwá díẹ̀díẹ̀ sí, á tún wá sọ ní èdè abínibí wa, ní èdè Yorùbá wa, torí àfẹ́ kẹ́nìkankan wà tí ò ní gbọ́ ohun tí à ń sọ. Gbogbo ohun tá à ń sọ yìí náà, gbogbo ohun tá à ń ṣe yìí náà, nípa ìfẹ́ oníṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad ni, nítorí ìfẹ́ oníṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad ni sallallahu alaihi wasallam, torí a ní fọkànbalẹ̀, a sì ní ìdánilójú lórí wípé ẹni tó bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ànábì, ó múra wípé Ọlọ́run ti ṣetán láti nífẹ̀ẹ́ òun náà, Ọlọ́run sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ títí ayérayé ni. Kí Ọlọ́run bá má ṣàìkà wá kún àwọn àyànfẹ́ rẹ̀ nípasẹ̀ wípé a nífẹ̀ẹ́ Ànábì. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ti ṣe sọ ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, inú oṣù táwa yìí ni wọ́n bí oníṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As a matter of fact, àwọn bàbá wa fi ń yé mi nígbà tí wọ́n wọlé kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin jọ̀mọ́ tó darapọ̀ mọ́ wa wípé ọ̀la gangan ni àyájọ́ ọjọ́ tí wọ́n bí oníṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad. Yẹn ni pé máa wa, ìyá wa, Nana Amina, ikùn yẹn ó fi dìgbò báyìí, tí ó dàbí pé wọ́n ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa rọbí báyìí. Àṣà mọ̀ pé tílẹ̀ ní bá ti ṣú, tílẹ̀ ọ̀la mọ́ báyìí, Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wọ́n ti wá sáyé nìyẹn. Tí Ọlọ́run kó ṣe wá tayọ ọ̀la. Ẹni tá a fẹ́ kí àwọn bàbá wa kí wọ́n fún wa ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lé lórí ni pé ta gan ni oníṣẹ́ ńlá Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kí ni irú ọ̀nà báwo la ṣe lè fi ìfẹ́ wa hàn sí Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam débi tí Ọlọ́run bá máa fi yọ́nú sí wa, débi tí a máa fi jèrè ẹ̀ níhìn ayé àti lálùkẹ́ ọmọ. Òun náà ni oko tí a fẹ́ kí àwọn bàbá wa kí wọ́n bá wa rò. Min fadlikum ya Sheikh. Bismillah.
Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafi rasulillah sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa atba'ihi ila yawm al-qiyamati wa ba'd. We indeed give all glory to Allah. We give all adoration to Him. We beseech Him in His infinite mercies to continue to guide us right. And we are soliciting and pleading to Allah to give Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam intercession on the day of judgment. He is the only one that deserves it. You see, if we do not ask for it, definitely we are not asking for ourselves. Why Muhammad? This is the question. Why Muhammad? If you sit down and think very deeply, why Muhammad? You can never find an answer because there is something called eternal love. Eternal love has no beginning, eternal love has no middle, and love has no end. So we are going to start dissecting these things one after the other, telling ourselves and driving ourselves home to what Allah really desires in Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Is it Muhammad really that Allah desires or you and me? So how did Allah now make it? Where can we find that desire of Allah with our own understanding of what the Quran is? And I want to say this, you may not take it, but if you look at it vividly and you try to look at the existence of the Quran vis-a-vis what Allah has been telling us, saying or celebrating Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it's a fact. The fact. And what I mean by obligating.
For the benefit of those who may not understand that Arabic term.
The ruling in fatwa of Islam comes directly from the Quran. Then when we can't find it in the Quran, we find it in the Hadith, according to Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And number three, we find it in the ijma of the ulama, the collation of ulama, which we know as fatwa. But Allah said in Surah Al-Ahzab, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, that's Quran chapter 33, verse 63. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. Of the verse. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi. That's the first one. Then the second one says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Same verse. They are not two same verse. Now, I want to ask you a question that has been troubling my mind, although I want an answer to it, but I'm asking you and everybody listening to me. Inna Allah, very definitely, squarely, certainly, Allah is seeking for blessings and mercy for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. My question is, if Allah and His angels are doing it, they are doing it to seek blessings and mercy for Him from who?
From Allah Himself.
So why should Allah ask Himself what to give to somebody? So this will squarely come down and boil down to the fact that Allah is celebrating Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yes, are celebrating Muhammad. Then He now says you should celebrate Him by seeking, by supplicating for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from Allah. So Himself and the angels knew about Muhammad. So they were celebrating him at every point in time. So you that is not up to the degree of an angel, you that can never be up to the degree of Allah, should now supplicate for him and ask for mercy and blessings for the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So our brain to read keenly into that verse. If Allah says definitely, supremely, certainly, verily, He is saying blessings and mercy for the Holy Prophet. To who? For who? From who? And angels. For who? From who? To who? So definitely Allah says, I and my angels are celebrating the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So you too should celebrate it.
Allahu Akbar.
So àti ìwà àjòkórí gẹ́gẹ́ bí àpá káronú pé Ọlọ́run ó ń celebrate Prophet Muhammad ó ń tọrọ ìkẹ́ àti ìgẹ̀ fún Ànábì Muhammad lọ́dọ̀ ta ni.
Allahu Akbar.
Fún ta ni. Ṣé kò mà nábì tó dá ni? Òun gangan wá lóun ṣe àtàwọn abàfihàn láti gbà á lọ́dọ̀ ta ni fún ta ni. So ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé Ọlọ́run gangan Ọlọ́run ń celebrate Ànábì. Ṣé kò wọ́ọ̀dì láti celebrate? Why Ọlọ́run celebrate Ànábì? Wọ́n ní Ànábì Muhammad because of Ọlọ́run gba ayé àtọ̀. Àwọn èèyàn ní lọ́à nǹkan táwọn kan yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Why will it be because of me? Ọlọ́run dá ayé àtọ̀ ọ̀hún wá ó jẹ́ àkọ́dà. Okay. Let's come down fast. Number one, Allah created Adam as a human from whatever. We're not interested in the story. He created a human being. And he made that human being a vicegerent. He is a vicegerent. Vicegerent means a representative of the action of Allah on the surface of the earth. What can he create? No one can create except Allah. We only take out of his creation to make another look-alike creation. The food was made as a creation by somebody, but it took from what Allah has created. So whatever you use in this world, you are taking from the creation of Allah to create what you want to create through your creativity ability that Allah has given to you. So you cannot create from afresh, except what Allah, you take from what Allah has created. But he now endowed Adam with only one thing. And what is that thing? Al-ilm, knowledge. Now, the angels now looked at it that we've been looking at this thing we are packing together for some years now. And then we just pack it together and say we should not bow for him. Why would we bow for him? Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Alayhi salatu. We bow for him. It now boils down to the fact that, okay, if you're not going to bow for him, let me show why you will bow for him. And I now ask the angels, tell me the name of all these items. They couldn't give him the names. He now called on Adam and making him the asthmatic. Tell them, you know, these things, and he did. They now come down wholeheartedly and submit to the will of Allah and said, Subhanaka, glory be unto thee. We cannot know what you have not taught us. So it means they must have a knowledge. They are to be taught by a supreme being. But it's meant for them. It's meant for humans, not angels. They bowed. Submissively, they bowed. So except what Iblis did, because Allah wants to use Iblis for us to understand Allah, for us to appreciate Allah, for us to appreciate His will in our creation, for us to manifest His will on the generations of the world that have came, that are now around, and that will still come. But for just one thing, knowledge. From Adam to Muhammad straight away. But before then, I will stop at Sayyidina Isa, referred to as Jesus. He's the only one that celebrated himself. Because those who make history do not write history. People that make history do not write history. This is just an answer for those who say the only prophet did not celebrate himself. Those who make history do not write history. People write history of those who make history.
That's right.
Where we're going to. And this is why we have to understand what time is. Time is eternal. Time is God. There is real time, which is God's time. There is the manipulative time, the manifestation time, which is man's time, while waiting for God's time. There are historic times which will come and go. And this is story time. Look, what Allah gave us with Surah to Yusuf is a story time of what happened during Yusuf, the king, and whatever. It has came and it has gone. So a lot of what happened to the prophets came and gone. Each and every one of these prophets were bestowed with knowledge, a certain type of knowledge, not a vast one, as what they have given to Adam and what he gave to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Isa, Prophet Isa, the will to celebrate himself. Before Prophet Isa, he have human, have spirit. Have human, have spirit. So, but Allah made him human just to complete the four angles of creation. The first angle is somebody that has no father, no mother. The second angle is somebody that has a father, no mother. The third is someone that has a mother, no father. And the last is those of us that have the two. So Adam, no father, no mother. Hawa, father, no mother. Isa, mother, no father. And Muhammad, mother, father. Just like me and you. So, see, as we're coming, we will be coming and understanding in the way. So, father, mother, no father. That will be tenable to we giving a name to the mother. And Quran clearly in Surah Al-Maryam chapter 19 that your father is not a bad man, and your mother is not unchaste. So, where did you find this child? He had to celebrate himself and say, she pointed to it and they say, how can we talk to somebody who is in the cradle? Somebody who is still in the cradle, how can we be asking questions from such a person? He now celebrated himself and said, Inni Abdullah. If you don't know me, I'm so. He introduced himself. Atani al-Kitaba, I'm giving a book. Watch out. Prophet. And I'm blessed everywhere that I go. Don't forget that the same word blessing is what we have is the same blessing. So don't mix it. You should have to get it right. So he said, Wassalamun alayya, may the blessings of Allah be upon me the day I was born, celebrating his birthday. Wassalamun alayya wassalamu alayya yawma wulidtu wa yawma amutu. He even celebrated the day he will die. So celebrating birth and death is not new. It happens to Prophet Isa.
Inshallah.
And he celebrated the day he will be resurrected. Why did he not celebrate the days he was living? Because the days he lived are the historic time that has to be left for those who read the history.
Mashallah.
So, but the problem with our counterparts, the Christians, is that they don't even know that day, so they should be celebrating it. So why would we that now know the day of the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam not now celebrating when Allah, who created it and gave him what he gave him, celebrated it? And why Muhammad again? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So why Muhammad again? These are things we must be thinking about. The knowledge I told you that was bestowed upon Adam, because Adam does not have a teacher, no father, no mother, but they had a knowledge. How did he get the knowledge? Allah now equated Adam to Isa in the Quran. He says, "Inna masala Isa inda Allah kamasali Adam alakahu min turab." So if you are disturbed, if you are confused about the creation of Isa, it's just like how we created Adam from turab. But Allah gave Isa, Jesus, some miza, distinctions. What are the miza? All these miza, Isa said them in Surah Al-Ma'idah and Surah Al-Imran that he did everything that he does in waking the dead, in healing the leper, in saying what they have eaten in their stomach and what is still left in their home. Bi-Iznillah. He created the bird from mud clay, Bi-Iznillah, with the power of God. So that's another type of knowledge. So he is giving all these prophets, distinctions with a type of knowledge. Now let's come to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He now said, I wama arsalnaka, we never sent you for anything. There is a kalam al-batta there. Wama arsalnaka li shay'in. We never sent you for anything. Illa except rahmatan, mercy for the whole world. What is that mercy?
MashaAllah.
Is it the Quran? Yes. No. Is it the Hadith? Yes. No. Is it Muhammad himself? Yes. Yes.
Allahu alayhi wasallam.
It's Muhammad himself. And there's an Hadith that will make us understand that. Aisha was questioned, who is Muhammad? He said, Muhammad is the Quran and the Quran is the Muhammad. Too. Muhammad is the Quran and Quran is the Muhammad. So if we are talking about having the Quran, we have two Quran in one. The first Quran is the theoretical Quran, which is the book that we have. The book that we call the Quran, the theoretical Quran. The second Quran is the practical Quran, which is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So there is no way we want to have that distinctive knowledge of being a Muslim and knowing Allah, except we learn who Muhammad is.
Yes. MashaAllah.
So that about it, when Muhammad is she, in Catalan, Victoria, Allah said in the Quran that Inna Allah la yuhibbul al-mubadhirin. I don't like those who are extravagant. On what? So, calm down. Let's think logically. Let's think scientifically. Why is Allah condemning the mubadhirin? Because whatever a human being wants, Allah has given it already. Allah has given it already. And it is endowed inside the earth, inside the mountains, inside the sea, and inside the air. Give us light through the sun. He gave us another cool light through the moon. He gave us radiation through the sun. He gave us a lot of things through the sun. And there is osmosis from the ground to the sun. Then there is cloud forming clouds for another rain. He gave us carbon dioxide, which the world is saying they want a zero carbon dioxide. It's not possible. Because if there is zero carbon dioxide, then there will be no plants. If there are no plants, then there will be no oxygen. Then there will be no existence. So they are just speaking. If there is no CO2, there will be no oxygen. Because with the CO2 we inhale, we exhale, with the oxygen we inhale, we exhale CO2. It must come. Then in a lot of metals under the ground that is coming to the surface, we have the CO2. Without it, there is no generation. So that's another word. We're not going there today. What do we do? Allah gave us the natural resources for us to explore and exploit. When we exploit it, we exploit it by making money out of this and making a living out of it. He gave us what is on the ground to plant in there. He gave us trees, he gave us fruits from the trees, he gave us shrubs, he gave us, just name it. He said, why? So he says, when you get all these things, don't waste them. I ate the mobile. But how do we know what are we doing to zeal? What are we wasting? Now I have to come. Okay, if Allah hates Mubasirin, it means Allah, from all the things that they gave us, not that we should not waste, He is looking for something. What is He looking for? Our welfare. Allah is looking for human welfareism. And that's the whole essence of Surah Al-Asr. He said, Wal Asr. By the time you reach an age of less productivity, because people will say, when it is the evening time, no! When you reach the age of less productivity, You are preparing for productivity from the age of 1 to 18. You start productivity from age of 16, from age of 16 or 18 to 64. Then when you get to the age after 64, which is any age after 63 is extra time, because the Holy Prophet who the world was created from finish at 63. So, so people are using extra time now. The Holy Prophet, when you reach the age of 64, when you become less productive, then you should assess yourself before you are being called to accession. You should assess yourself because you are being called to assessment. Sorry. So, what is the assessment? Allah now says, think of 4 things. When you don't have these things at the age of productivity, you cannot have it again. You cannot be proud of yourself at the age of less productivity. Says, Bismillah Rahman Rahim wal Asr. Al Asr, in real Arabic, we understand it very well. The mother of Asr, Jews, Asr in the Jews. Asr, so all your enzymic things that you have in your body that make you look big, bubble, and you are functioning and you have this, some of the enzymic secretions you have in your body, you are productive. You are going to get to when those enzymic secretions will be ceasing and coming little by little, and you become less productive. So what you say, then when you calculate it, the arithmetical part of Quran, and you understand it well, you understand that ayin, when you say wow, is wow al-qasr in Arabic, is wow al-qasr. Alif wa lam is articulation. It's just to make the word a word that's a known word, that is something regulated, something you must know about. Okay,
definitely.
Yeah. And make your wow cause me problem. And you are for that problem and boss asora. Let's now come into the part of rhetoric. Nínú Quran, 30 miles so asora, ain sodra. Abi, let's now come láti bẹ̀ sí arithmetic Quran. Tẹ́ bá mú ain, wọ́n sọ pé ain the number in that letter is 70.
Mashallah.
Only sod. The number in that letter is 90. If you put 70 plus 90, 160.
160. Okay.
Now, the last letter. The number of that last letter is 200. That row is 200. There might be 200, 160.
The 460.
360.
360. Oh,
okay,
wow.
Teba parisakul ko wala mabalaga ashudda wa balaga 40 sanata. So teba because sanata yen odun kan ni, how many days lo wa nu e?
360. Need the Islamic calendar, 360 days.
3 what?
360 days. Need the Islamic calendar.
No. The Gregorian calendar, you have 365.
Yeah, the Gregorian.
Islamic calendar, you have 355.
Oh, okay.
The Bible 5 go lori 360. Okay, hello. 365. The Bible 5 go mbe. Okay, hello. Oku 360. And 360 minus 5. Oku 365 minus 5. Oku 360. The Bible 355. Oku the Bible 5 here back on all day hello. 360.
Wow.
So anything that is created by Allah, to get natural, will always come in round forms. Alone the round structure. Alone the circle till you break. So Bobo Baba call, a lot to go about it call. There's a way in a well-abated lead Nancy. He categorically said lead Nancy for men. Olejara debilitated me alone call on Eliayi. Let them back at that. So people come back, even if you build their house, you will still put in a 4-corner thing inside. You can't leave it out. So Allah the column that angle in circumference which is 360. So what are you doing? I'm fine. Allah I want you to manage it well. The person that manages it well is only will ask when it is time of less productivity. That's 360. You can come in 360 tries. 40 in numbers. The completion of the first circle is 40 years. When he got to the climax, and he reached the age of 40. So you can do 40 times 3. You can do 40, you can do 40 plus 40, 80, you can do 80 plus 40, 120. But the only Prophet Muhammad said, go 100 years for. I want Kakani, you debate our Baba Jebeno. You have 40s. 40s. No need that, right? And that is the essence of our creation. Well, reality. Don't forget me, that I am the one that created you. Everything that I want to do, you must return to me. Even when you are tested, you should say, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So that is when you are tested. But there's suffering. Don't think I will not test you. As and yet, so he will definitely come with that. But about the fact that but it's all going. What we're doing is number one, uphold your iman. But iman in what? Iman in 6 grades. Iman in Allah, iman in the books, iman in the prophets, iman in Qadar, and iman in what do you call it? Al-Jannah wa Nar. So
iman in the angels?
Yes, iman in the angels, that's the 6th one. After all that, uphold your iman. He said that's number 1. Number 2, wa amilu salih, and those who do good. Hello? Let somebody tell me here. Do good to who? Do good to yourself. Because he says, whoever amongst you do good did it for himself or herself. You can't do good to yourself and still expect to be rewarded. Why is that good underlined? Why is it underlined? That's good is underlined. So let me now ask you the question. Your eyes, Ajia, you are using it to watch me. You are not using your eyes to watch you. So if you don't make me well, you are going to watch something bad. My eyes are using it to watch you. If I don't make you well, I'll watch something bad. This hand, I can't use to shake myself. It's not comfortable. But when I shake another person, it's comfortable. That means my hand does not belong to me, it belongs to that person.
Allahu Akbar.
So everything, even as a man, you cannot recreate, you cannot procreate if you don't have a woman. A woman cannot procreate if she doesn't have a man. So it takes the two of you to tango to bring forth another creation where you get a reward if you do it legally, if you do it lawfully. So Allah is now saying that until you do good to another, that is only when you enjoy the world. And this is what we have heard today. And that's why we are not enjoying the world anymore. Because the act of selfishness and selflessness is no more practiced the way it should be. We have even forgotten totally about selflessness. We are now dealing in selfishness. And this is what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has come to teach us. That's why Allah did not qualify him with Iman. He did not qualify him with anything. He qualified him with the act of selflessness. So he qualified him with that selflessness. And he brought Muhammad to come and teach selflessness. That's why the Holy Prophet was born. That's why the Holy Prophet came. And that's why the Holy Prophet worked for. And that's what the Holy Prophet died upon. So, and he came to teach us that nothing happens to you except what Allah wanted to happen to you. And you will find out that in the 4 places that Allah mentioned his name, he followed with it Rasulullah, messenger. He did not come to deliver his words. He came to deliver the words of Allah. He did not come to deliver his own thinking. He came to deliver the thinking of Allah. Even while the deliverances were being said, while the revelations were being said, he said, La taktubu anni shay'an, don't write anything about me until when I'm gone, write about me. But now, write what I am saying, which is the Quran. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam came to teach us welfareism. Somebody that was now born to come and teach welfareism, and he taught welfareism. He died. It is the prophet that died for us because he was the only prophet that was crying, "My nation, my nation, my people, my people." No other prophet. A lot of them cause their people. Not even Jesus Christ that died, that was assumed to die for the people. No, he didn't die for them. Because in Surah Al-Ma'idah, you see what he said. When Allah said, "I will ask you, are you the one that said we should worship you and your mother as God?" Said, "When I was amongst them, you know what I said.
Yes.
You know what's in my mind, and I don't know what is in your mind. When I left them, you and them remained. If you like, punish them. If you like, don't punish them." So he's not concerned about them. But the prophet says, "Ummati, my people, Ummati, I want to join me." So this is why the birth of the prophet has brought delivery from evil to the world. And this is why we have to celebrate it. But we must understand, what did Allah call it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him Rasulullah. Òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run lọ́lọ́run pè. When he said, "Wama Muhammadun sallallahu alayhi wa sallam illa rasulun, qad khalat min qablihi rusulu afa in mata aw qutila anqalabtum ala anqabikum man yanqalib ala aqabihi falan yadurra Allaha shay'an." So call him that. He said, "Muhammadun Rasulullah wallazina ma'ahu." That first verse that I read, he has finished it in Surah At-Tawbah. He said, "Laqad ja'akum rasulun min anfusikum." It has come to you a messenger from amongst you. Azizun alayhi ma anittum. It only concerns him what befalls you. Azizun alaykum bil mu'minina ra'ufur rahim. He is concerned about looking for what you don't have so that you can have it. Bil mu'minin, those who believe in him and believe in Allah. Ra'ufun, a merciful leader. Rahimun, a compassionate leader. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And all those verses were only mentioned as Muhammad Rasulullah. That's the way Allah coined his name. That is the way Allah praised him. That is the way Allah gave the name transferred the name to us so that we can call him that. So he made him us to know that he is a human being like us. He did all that we did. And even some people have been asking, doesn't the one call him a messenger of God? Mali has a Rasul. Yamshi fil aswaq. Why is he going to the market? Just for you to know he's an ordinary human being like you. So a host of faith will show that is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that's what Allah had made him. So, and when he is talking, he said, he will tell them, "Wallazi nafsi biyadihi, wallazi nafsu Muhammad biyadihi." He said, "I swear by the person that created me, and that the person that has a hold of my soul." So he doesn't associate anything or arrogate anything to himself. He will leave it for that Father, for that Creator who has created him and created everything. And when we talk about humanity, which is the first religion ever that any human being must watch, is the first religion that came to the world, and every human brought it. Since Adam till the last person, every human brought with him the religion of humanity. When you now came to the world, people now ask you, what about Islam? Islam is a way to manage the religion of humanity. Humanity is a religion. Islam is a pathway to manage humanity. Where you have jinayat, criminology, where you have personality, where you have ibadat, worship, and where you have welfareism. So all these pieces of life must be known as a Muslim to know how to deal with others who are non-Muslims. And people don't know that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought life and mercy and blessing to the world, to the Muslims and to the non-Muslims.
MashaAllah.
Someone was arguing with me. How did he bring to the non-Muslim? We don't even believe in him. He brought it to the Muslims. When the Muslims are practicing this, definitely when they are good and ambassadors of their religion, all of that non-Muslims will enjoy from their behaviors. Is it not to the non-Muslims indirectly too? So this is the type of prophet we have. This is the prophet. This is the prophet we have to praise and eulogize. This is the prophet we have to show his ways to everybody in the world. So our problem is a very simple one. How is it simple? It is simple because people do not practice or celebrate him the way they should. How should they celebrate him? They should celebrate him by reading his teachings, the wisdom in his existence. Who is Muhammad as a father? Who is Muhammad as a leader? Who is Muhammad as a passionate person? Who is Muhammad as a sympathizer? Who is Muhammad as a war front leader? Who is Muhammad in his own house with his wives and siblings? He doesn't have a siblings, rather children before the death of all of them. Who is Muhammad amongst his companions? Who is Muhammad to everyone in the world? That is why Allah now praised Muhammad and his group. That word said, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijati linnas. You are the best nation evolved for mankind. Why? You are making lawful that is lawful, and you are forbidding that is forbidden. That's all. He now said, وَلَوْ آمَنَ أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ, were those that came before you understand saying, they would have been better than you too. Meaning, they are part of them that believe. وَأَكْثَرُهُمُ الْفَاسِقُونَ, but a great number of them are just transgressors. They are just disobedient fools. So this is Muhammad. Just give it to you in a nutshell. And this is Muhammad that we need to emulate and copy. And this is Muhammad that we need to sell out to people so that the world will be a better place.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. So, in fact, this is so much that you have given us so far about who Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I'm hearing things today that I've never heard before. You know, like the calculation you made, that's amazing, you know, to bring us to the realization that this is the reason why Allah created us. And we make a full circle when we reach that age. And after we reach that age, it is up to us to maintain the momentum, you know, and continue on the straight path, on the correct path that will lead us to salvation. And the only way we can do that is to look at Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and see how he lived his life and try to emulate him. And that is true of what Allah said in the Quran. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ.
So we have to in that verse, there is something we have to understand. Okay. We have to understand the definition of habits. We have to understand the definition of character. We have to understand the equality of attitude. That verse says, that is, we have already done it and placed it in him. Habits are what are the temperaments created with man from Allah. Is your temperament a higher percentage in choleric, or a higher percentage in melancholy, or a higher percentage in sanguine, or a higher percentage in the last one? So you cannot do without having any of the four. Kẹ́rí ìwà àmútọ̀run wá ọ̀nà ń pè ní habit. Ìwà àmútọ̀run wá yìí àdámọ́ là ń pè é. Àdámọ́ ẹlòmíì gbóná, àdámọ́ ẹlòmíì tutù, àdámọ́ ẹlòmíì kò gbóná kò tutù, àdámọ́ ẹlòmíì ò tiẹ̀ ní tá a lè pè é. Ní melancholy, sanguine tí wọ́n ń pa, temperament ni wọ́n ń pè é. Àwọn òyìnbó ń pè é. Àwọn àfáà tí wọ́n mọ ìyàdámọ́ wọn wá sọ pé iná lọ́lọ́run fi dá eléyìí, omi lọ́lọ́run fi dá eléyìí, atẹ́gùn lọ́lọ́run fi dá eléyìí, ilẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run fi dá eléyìí. Gbogbo wa náà la gbọ́dọ̀ ní kọ̀ọ̀kan nínú gbogbo ẹ̀. Èwo ló pọ̀ jù láti lè mọ̀ pé àdámọ́ èèyàn ni? Ọlọ́run á sọ pé ìlàkọ̀ bí kí wọ́n lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ní ti ń bẹ fún yín Rasulullah òun nìkan ló jẹ́ Rasulullah gbogbo àwọn yòókù Rusul ló máa pè wọ́n Ànábì nìkan jẹ́ Rasulullah ó ní uswatun hasanatun àdámọ́ ìpìlẹ̀ tó dáa níbo nìyẹn ti rí káràkítà ni àdámọ́ ìwà àjọṣe oníkàlùkù gbogbo àdámọ́ ìwà látọ̀run àmọ́ tá a bá ti ń bára wa ṣe a máa kọ́ ìwà ara wa so téèyàn bá wá pa habit papọ̀ mọ́ káràkítà èyí téèyàn ó rí ni pé èké ni àbájáde àdámọ́ àti ìwà tá a jogún lára ọ̀rẹ́ òun náà ń pè ní attitude wọn á ní kó ń fún ẹ ní attitude wo ló ń fún ẹ ó wá ku ojú tó bá fi wo orú attitude tó fún ẹ àwọn olóyìnbó sọ pé character plus habit is equal to attitude.
Inshallah.
So àwọn tó máa ń kọ ìwé wọ́n kọ ìwé pé attitude is everything bẹ̀tí ibo ló ti ń bọ̀ kí lọ́lọ́run dá mọ̀ kí ló pààrọ̀ tí ẹ̀sìn wa ṣe láyé òun ni pé àdámọ́tọ́ lọ́run dá mọ̀ ẹ̀ ó lè mọ́ tó nínú gbígbóná ó lè mọ́ tó nínú tútù ó lè mọ́ tó nínú lọ́wọ́rọ́ ó lè mọ́ tó nínú rínrin so tó báwo ni ó ṣe wá tó tí mẹ́rẹ̀ ni ó ṣe déédéé ìwà kìkàtà Ànábì wa kọ́ wa ní ẹ̀dọ́ ọlọ́run sọ pé ẹ̀kọ́ káàrọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bí Rasulillah ó wá ní liman ọ̀ káàdà yarju Allah wal yawmil akhir ẹni wọ́n fẹ́ pàdé ọlọ́run dáadáa tó fẹ́ ṣe ìṣirò tútù so kò sí ìgbà tí èèyàn kankan bá bí Ànábì nínú kí ni ó sọ fún wọn ni pé Allahu àtìgáwí iná ọ̀gbà rẹ̀ ọlọ́run sọ ní Suratul Asr pé nǹkan mẹ́rin tẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ ní alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat Ànábì náà wá parí ibẹ̀ yẹn ó ní la yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu li nafsihi Ànábì gbọ́n kó sọ pé hatta yuhibbu li nafsihi ma yuhibbu li akhihi tó fẹ́ fúnra ẹ̀ kó fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ lómi rún gidi nǹkan tánà lómi ni ẹ̀ Ànábì ní kó fẹ́ tẹ̀lómi ju tiẹ̀ lọ àwọn sọ pé ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ́rù olóòrùn lókè ìgbà tó bá dẹrù ẹlẹ́rù lórí ẹ̀rù mí náà di tiẹ̀ náà lórí.
Masha Allah.
Yorùbá dẹ̀ ti pariwo ẹgbẹ́ tí ò kí ni kulé pàdánù ẹ̀kọ́ àbọ̀. Àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí l'Ànábì fi kọ́ wa pé ẹni ẹlẹ́ni là á kọ́ fẹ́ràn òun ni selfishness àti selflessness. So gbogbo mùsùlùmí tẹ̀sìn wa kọ́ wa ní ká wà selfless. Ànábì ní tẹ́ bá fẹ́ jẹun ẹ wà selfless. Kùránì ní tọ́ bá ní kẹ́ ẹ sún ẹ wà selfless. You see gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyẹn ní tí Islam wa kọ́ wa ní. Ó wá ẹlẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́ta tó wà nínú nǹkan tó náà ń sọ tó yẹ pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ di mọ́tò. You must turn yourself to a vehicle that has 4 tires. Amanu for front tire lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ driver. Amilu Solia front tire lọ́dọ̀ driver. Ẹ̀yìn ọ̀dọ̀ wa sọ pẹ̀lú àkè kò ní kí wọ́n kankan sòdodo. Ìwọ́n ti sòdodo ń tiẹ̀ tí wọ́n sọ fáwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n kó sòdodo ló fi ráyé gbé. Tàwa sọ olówí which mean pé ìwọ́ ti ní ló fi lè sọ fún yàn. Bọ́dọ̀ wa sọ pé sọ́bù ìwọ́ ti ní ló fi lè sọ fún yàn ó jẹ́ mẹ́rin yẹn. So tí Mùsùlùmí ò bá ti ní mẹ́rin yẹn kò ní wà àmútọ̀rọ̀ wa tó pé. Ọlọ́gbọ́dà lọ́dún káyọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bí Rasulillah uswatun hasanatun Suratul Asr ló ní ẹ lọ kà lára Ànábì sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Ẹ bá wá kúrò mẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá wá sísàlẹ̀ ẹ wá rí bí a Muhammadu Rasulullah inú Suratul Fatih ó ní Muhammadu wallazina ma'ahu àṣẹ tó bá fẹ́ bá Ànábì wọlé ọlá wallazina ma'ahu yẹn ó gbọ́dọ̀ lò ashiddaa'u 'alal mu'minin ashiddaa'u 'alal kafirin mo ti sì ká díẹ̀ Muhammadu Rasulullah wallazina ma'ahu ashiddaa'u 'alal kafirin ruhama'un bainahum wọn a máa kẹ́ra wọn kò sí gbogbo tá Ànábì bá sọ kò sí kẹfẹ́ bá làkọ̀dù káàdà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fi Rasulullah uswatun hasanatun nínú ìjọ rẹ̀ ẹ̀ṣọ́ lọ́wọ́ wal yawmil akhir. So àwa tá a wá fẹ́ practice rẹ̀ ṣé mùsùlùmí kan gbọ́dọ̀ pé mùsùlùmí ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ ní kèfèrí? No. Ànábì ní man qala li akhihi ya kafir wọ́n tó bá pe ọmọ ìyá rẹ̀ mùsùlùmí ní kèfèrí tó bá dọjọ́ àkíyàmọ̀ wọn á ta kèfèrí fún kan nù ẹ̀yin méjèèjì lákọ́dé bá àyè àdìhì máa kú fúru ó ti ra kèfèrí fún kankan náà àdìhà méjèèjì tẹ́lẹ̀ tó gbé kèfèrí ò bá ya kèfèrí mọ́ definitely wọ́n á kú ti kèfèrí yẹn lórí ẹ̀ So don't call anybody kèfèrí.
Allah.
Àwọn èèyàn lọ sí escapade ní ọ̀nà táì. Àwọn méjì dáná mìíràn lọ. Wọ́n á tàn, wọ́n pe àwọn èèyàn sójú ọ̀nà Islam. Wọ́n á rí ẹnìkan wọ́n ti mọ̀ ní Mẹ́kà tó sá lọ. Ó ti wá rí wọn ló sọ pé láìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláìláì So but one day Medina, one shepherd never got I told Ram and I'm getting but to supply that did power one belly and a big year and that for a belly Anabi ni sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To bá dọjọ́ àlùkìyámọ̀ láìláìlá tó gbé ẹyọ kan ẹ yóò dìde wá. Ipe ó sọ pé mi láìláìlá ẹ̀bẹ̀ lórí tọ́lọ́wọ́ bá fi gbà yín lẹ́nu kẹ́ ẹ máa wá sọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ fún ẹ fún gba ìsìlámù. Tó ti lè wí lẹ́nu ó ti ṣe 50% nínú bó ṣe yẹ kó ní iman. Torí iman gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ tẹnu àtọkàn. So 50 from the mouth and 50 in the mind. Ó ti wá ṣe 50% tá ló sọ fún ẹ pé kébìrì ni. Àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ ni ẹ máa tọrọ àforíjì lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. You can see how simple it is. Òun náà ló practice lára uncle ẹ̀ sọ pé ṣáṣọ pé kókò sọ pé láìláìlára ẹ̀ ọ̀kan olótìtò. Ní àbútọ́lébù òwe ìjọ náà tó fi dùn. Ìgbà tó wá ń dùn ojú Ọlọ́run wá sọ pé ìlẹ́kàlẹ́ntà àdìmọ́dà àbọ̀tà. O ò lè fọ̀rọ̀mẹ́ tó wù ẹ̀mí ọdọ̀ máa jẹ́ kó wí. So tó bá jẹ́ pé òun Ọlọ́run ló jẹ́ kó wí tẹ́nìkan wá wí tí wọ́n wá sọ pé kèfèrí ni tí o gbọ́n. Ẹni tí wọ́n á ń wí lójoojúmọ́ wá sọ pé kèfèrí ni nítorí pé kò lo nítorí fẹ́ kó lò nítorí pé kò wọ́n gbọ́n nítorí pé kò ká sọ̀kò tó sókè. Be careful. Don't judge the book by the cover.
Salatul Fatihi.
Yeah, I put the book Salatul Fatihi. Okay, kí ló ní Salatul Fatihi òbí dá wọ́n ní praises ibẹ̀ pọ̀ jù fún Ànábì. Ẹ sọ fún mi bó ṣe pọ̀ jù fún Ànábì. Ilẹ̀kùn àlùjánnà Ọlọ́run ní mo tì í ọ̀tí tá Ànábì bá yẹn ta sí. Ẹ wá ní àlùfáàtì ìmọ̀ ìgbéka kò sí. Àbá. Násìrì hákì Islam òdodo ni. Ànábì mú Kùránì wá àti àdísẹ̀ láti fi gbé Islam násìrì hákì kí ló ṣe pọ̀ jù lọ. Alhadi ila siratikal mustaqim tó ń wí ókè tí ò bá sípà Ànábì gbé ìmọ̀ wá ibi tí mo bá lọ lẹ́lẹ́kejì ni ẹni ò tí ì débẹ̀ mo kàn dákẹ́ mbẹ̀ yìí tí ò bá yẹ kó gbé ìmọ̀ wá Alhadi ila siratikal mustaqim báwo lẹ́ ṣe mọ̀nà Islam. So ibi tí mo fẹ́ lọ mbẹ̀ kí wọ́n á lọ bẹ̀ nísìkí mọ̀ wùlẹ̀ fi gbé sí táì Ọlọ́run wá fún Ádámà ní ìmọ̀. Kò ní bàbá kò níyà, Ànábì wá ní bàbá ó níyàwó lẹ́bí ó dára. Ọlọ́run wá sí ilẹ̀ akáyẹ̀ ní kankan pé Muhammad ká lọ skul, wọn ò mú lọ skul. Ọlọ́run wá ní An-Nabiyyul Ummi. Ànábì tó jẹ́ pé stark illiterate ni. An-Nabiyyul Ummi ọmọ ahọ́n ìyá ẹ̀ kò mèdè ní ìjà ahọ́n ìyá ẹ̀ lọ. Stark illiterate yìí ló wá kọ́ gbogbo ayé ní ẹ̀kọ́ àti Adam. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ẹ wá jẹ́ ẹni àmọ́ sí ìwà díẹ̀ nìyẹn ká má pàdé wọn bẹ́ẹ̀. Is it possible? It's not going to be possible. Because this stark illiterate that doesn't go to any school. Okay, tó bá fẹ́ wá dààmú rúmọ́ ẹ lójú. Ọlọ́run ní the Holy Quran tí mo fẹ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀. I'm not revealing it for anything. I'm really revealing it for knowledge of what has gone, what is coming, and what is to come. And what you are into and what is to come. Why need the first to go because on Ife Ikra only my Anabi Kari. Ikra only my Anabi Kari. Only Ikra only my Anabi Kari. Ikra Bismi Rabbika Allazi Khalaq. Wow. At-ta'alimu wa takhalluqu. Ọlọ́run nìkan ló ní wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ látara Ànábì Muhammad. Gbogbo tó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ láyé fún àtọ̀ Ànábì ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ wá dé Ànábì ò ṣe kankan. Adé okay. Okay, no problem. Tabala wa okay, no problem. Becha kan wa okay ju wọn lọ.
Alhamdulillah.
Ó wá ṣetán, ó wá parí, ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ká. Ọlọ́run wá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ látọ̀ fẹ́ kí bílẹ̀ yìí lisana kelita ajala bi. Do not rush to understand. Inna alayna Qur'anahu, inna alayna jama'ahu, we will compile it for you. Wa Qur'anahu and teach you how to read it. Wa bayanahu and teach you how to explain it. Why is that Quran? When they are reading it for you, Quran will follow the readings. Someone in Arena Bayana will teach you how to explain it. We will guide your brain to how to explain it. Ó wá ṣetán, ó wá rí bí òun ti sọ fún tán, ó dàbí kó fẹ́ lé Ọlọ́run á bá ṣàwádà, ó wá ní yá ayọ́ Muzammil. What happened after the first qira? Yá ayọ́ Muzammil sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
alayhi wa sallam, ya habibi ya Rasul.
Supplications. So which means gbogbo tó lọ kọ́ Ànábì nínú morality ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fi supplication fún ká ilé complete fún mi léla illa qalila. When you come nisfahu away kosmini qalila awzid alayhi, what do you do? Warattil
Al-Qur'ana tartila. Allah.
Sanulki alayka qawlan thaqila. Just ikra la fún tó ń bẹ̀rù, we are going to reveal the whole lot of you. In the next year, the lady here I said the what and what mukila what's good is more big what about telling you Rabbil Mashriq. So you know, it's not giving him in readings. Although I don't buy them, but me only although I pay obstacle so bad, oh, I'm based in Surah Kiji. Yeah, you are come for Andiri. That is, you are not complete and you start Iruda Talaja Ganian She. You are not full, you are not fulfilled.
Inshallah.
فأنذر وربك فكبر وثيابك فطهر والرجز فاهجر ولا تمنن تستكثر. Don't be materialistic, because there is nothing in materials. The only thing that is good for you is to have a good name, and that name is what Muhammad has sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So without knowledge, you are nobody. And this is the knowledge we are trying to tell you. Why are you fighting yourself with this? Why you know there is nothing above that distinction. And that distinction for the Holy Prophet Muhammad is knowledge, ability, capability, creativity, and belonging. So, it belongs to the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I no doubt about it. So, a little I can tell you now. I can go on and on and on. And you will see that gbogbo knowledge tọ́lọ̀ fún Adam pátápátá Ọlọ́run metamorphose láyé Ànábì Muhammad ó wá divide into 8 segments. And he kept everything in the Quran. Ó fi laws sí, ó fi examples sí, ó fi history sí, ó fi welfareism sí, kò sí tí ò kò sí. May Allah bestow his everlasting mercy and blessings upon Muhammad Ọmọ Amina Ọmọ Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa
sallam. Ẹ dákun bàbá wa, níbi tí ẹ gbé ọ̀rọ̀ dé iṣẹ́ mọ̀ pé Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam òun náà ló ní pé kí a máa ṣe àsàlátù fún òun. Ó tá bá ṣe àsàlátù fún ọ, Ọlọ́run ọba fúnra rẹ̀ á ṣe àsàlátù fáwa náà. Ẹ wá ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ká ṣe àsàlátù díẹ̀ ká tó kúrò lórí ètò yìí fún Ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Kẹ́ lead wa, whichever sira. The
best asalatu I love most. Only asalatu istijaba.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. The Holy Prophet said, the best asalatu for me, only as Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa salli. Yeah. But there is asalatu istijaba. And any thought of funny istijaba junino bubu Anabi Ibrahim ni. Alayhi salatu wassalam. Anabi Ibrahim ni. How? Anabi Ibrahim ni tọ́lọ̀ bá fẹ́ sọ mílà path tó jẹ́ religion. Anabi Ibrahim ló fi rán. Ó dẹ̀ so exemplary. When you read his story, you will see that the real mílà tọ́lọ̀ yọ́nú sí started with him. Ọlọ́run wá fún Ànábì Ibrahim ní àwọn mísà 5 yàtọ̀ fún àwọn ìdánwò 9 tó fún. Mísà àkọ́kọ́ òun ni kéèyàn gba ẹni tí kìí ṣe mùsùlùmí lẹ̀ nítorí ìdí bàbá rẹ̀ kìí ṣe mùsùlùmí, Ọlọ́run sì mọ̀ pé kìí ṣe mùsùlùmí. Ibrahim wá ń bá bàbá ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Bàbá ẹ̀ wá gbọ́ wá ní astaghfiru laka rabbi máa bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́hùn mi. Ǹjẹ́ ó rọrùn kí ẹni tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí ó bẹ Ọlọ́run fún ẹni tí kìí ṣe mùsùlùmí? Ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n wà bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run wá tún ṣe padà. Ó ní ma kana istighfaru Ibrahim li abihi illa an maw'idatin wa'adaha iyyahu. Àṣeyàn lè ṣàdéhùn fẹ́ tí kìí ṣe mùsùlùmí kó sẹ̀ pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ pé mísà àkọ́kọ́ ní Ànábì Ibrahim Ọlọ́run fún. Mísà èkejì tọ́lọ̀ fún Ànábì Ibrahim òun ni wípé
Salam.
Ọlọ́run fi ṣe àpẹẹrẹ ìrètí pípẹ́ tó fún sọkàndòfo lọ́dọ̀ anybody kó gbọ́dọ̀ ẹ má jẹ́ sọkàndòfo lọ́dọ̀ yín àfi tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ní Ọlọ́run tẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ ṣe rere. Nǹkan yẹn ọ̀gá Ibrahim máa ṣe jù ní kó ṣe rere ló máa ṣe jù ní òun ló wá jẹ́ ó bímọ at 90.
Allahu Akbar.
Lọ́yẹ́ ká nàbí Ibrahim bímọ at 90 tó fi wá fi ayé lẹ̀ lẹ́ni tó pé.
Allahu Akbar.
Sọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ̀rọ̀ kí nǹkan tó gbóná kó di ẹ̀rọ Ọlọ́run fi rán ẹnìkan kan nàbí Ibrahim ló fi rán.
Alayhi salatu salam.
Ọ̀nà méjì ní sọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ní kó jù sínú náà kí náà má jò kó náà yá náà rúkú ní bardan wa salaman ala Ibrahim fa aradu bí ìkan nìyẹn. Ẹ̀kejì ní sọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ dẹ̀rọ̀ tá nàbí Ibrahim ní láti bẹ Ọlọ́run fún ayé kó ní continuity. Ọlọ́run ní yá Ibrahim òun fẹ́ sọ ẹ́ di ní já ìlú kẹlì náà sí imam. Ọlọ́run mo fẹ́ sọ ẹ́ di imam. Ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ló sọ fọ́nà pé ọmọ ìzòrò ìyẹ̀tì wọ́n jẹ́ òun pẹ̀lú mi. So Ibrahim ló jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé there is no success without a successor. Ibrahim ló kọ́kọ́ fi yé wa pé successor ní ká máa tọrọ ẹlẹ́kẹrin nìyẹn.
Tá a bá fẹ́ ṣẹ́kù.
Bàbá ti ń ṣe nǹkan ní kẹ́ máa wá ẹjọ́ ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ máa wá ẹjọ́ succeed yín. Ó lè jọmọ ẹ, ó lè má jọmọ ẹ, so everybody lọmọ ẹ. So tí wọ́n bá succeed yẹ ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ráyé wá. Ayé máa dòfo tó o bá kú tí o bá create successor sílẹ̀. Kí ni gbogbo wa ṣe as Muslims tá a wà selfish níbi tó ọmọ wa nìkan la fẹ́ kó ṣoríire. Meanwhile, a ní ability àti capability láti lè tọ́ ọmọ 100. Àwa fèsì ọmọ wa nìkan àtọ́ 99. 99 yẹn náà ni ó pa ẹyọ kan tá a níyẹn.
Subhanallah.
Láàbẹ̀ Muhammad ṣe nìyẹn. Nínú àwọn ọ̀gá tó lẹ́bí ṣe tá a mọ̀ kọ́ tí a tún padà sí Ibrahim. Òun ni pé iṣẹ́ ìwọ̀pá Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam orúkọ ni àwọn ọmọ òrukàn máa wá ń ṣeré nínú ilé ẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ tí èso ọmọ òrukàn náà máa wá ń ṣeré nínú ilé. Bàbá kan wá wà fọ́ọ̀dì kó mọ bàbá Rúmà ó wà fọ́ọ̀dì kó mọ béèrè ọmọ ẹ̀. Tó bá ti máa mọ yọ ní Rúmà yóò mọ̀ pé INEC gbọ́dọ̀ wà. Ọmọ ẹ̀ dẹ̀ máa wà láàrin àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ yóò bá mú ọmọ ẹ̀ tó wà mú ọmọ ẹ̀ yóò mú jáde kúrò lára àwọn ọmọ òrukàn yóò kó tó ṣeré mọ́ àwọn òkè àbára náà bá ní bàbá. Kíní àwọn wa pa Ànábì lẹ́kún sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ó wá dé láti ìdá wá ṣe ó mọ̀ kó mọ̀ ọmọ Ànábì ní tó bá fi ọmọ yẹn lẹ́mẹ̀ iná ju ẹ sallallahu alaihi wasallam ló bá fọmọ yẹn lẹ̀ ló bá lọ. Wọ́n wá ṣeré tán àwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ Ànábì kó mọ àwọn lọ lé tán bàbá yẹn wá pé kí ló dé tó fi bínú Ànábì. Ó ní bó bá ti wá mú ọmọ yẹn làwọn yòókù yẹn òun rí pé wọ́n ń ronú pé táwọn náà bá ní bàbá ni ìbámu á béèrè àwọn báyìí ó ń pa àwọn nínú jẹ́ ni look at the sympathy look at the empathy. So Ànábì Ibrahim sallallahu alaihi wasallam ló da ayé méjì papọ̀ irú tí Zulkarnaini ní ó da papọ̀ ó da ayé west papọ̀ mọ́ ayé east ó sọ méjèèjì papọ̀ láti ibi títí ń bọ̀ lọ́hùn ní Iraki tó fi wá padà sí Farani tó fi wá jẹ́ kí gbogbo nǹkan tó mú gba Egypt wá da ọgbẹ́ papọ̀ Ànábì Ibrahim ló wá create civilization.
Masha Allah.
Salatu wa salam. Èyí tí mo wá láìkì jù òun ni pé because of
Ọlọ́run ṣàánú wa pẹ̀lú
ìjábẹ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀ kan tó lọ. Ànábì sallallahu alaihi wasallam wá ní èyí tó fẹ́ràn jù nínú rẹ̀ ní pé kẹ́ máa ṣe Salatu Ibrahimiyya fún pé Allahumma ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjọ máa wí Allahumma
salli
ala nabiyyina Muhammadin
ala nabiyyina Muhammadin
kama sallaita ala sayyidina Ibrahim وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم
وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم
في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد
في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد
اللهم ارحم سيدنا محمد
اللهم ارحم سيدنا محمد
وعلى آل سيدنا محمد
وعلى آل سيدنا محمد
كما ترحمت على سيدنا إبراهيم
ما رحمت على سيدنا
رحمت كما
كم-
ترحمت
كما ترحمت على سيدنا إبراهيم
وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم
وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم
العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.
العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.
اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد
اللهم بارك على سيدنا محمد
وعلى آل سيدنا محمد
وعلى آل سيدنا محمد
ما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم
كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم
وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم
وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم
في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.
العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.
ìkọ́ni àwọn àsàlátù pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ tí gbogbo wọn ò gbé ṣírkù dání. اللهم صل على محمد صلاة الفاتح لما أبنك والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدر ومقداره. ẹ̀mí ìtúni sọ̀látù àwọn Tìjàníyà اللهم صل على عين الرحمة الربانية. ẹ wo wọ́n fẹ́ parí ẹ̀ wọ́n á ní sọ̀látà tó àrífúnná bí ha ìyá ọlọ́run àtàlátù tó fi wà wá báyìí tá àgbàlá nàbí òun rí rárá tí yóò tó àwọn kọ̀ọ̀dúnlá náà ní tiwọn Allahumma salli salatan kamilatan wa sallim salaman tammatan ala rasulika alladhi tanazzalu wọ́n bá ní wọ́n parí ẹ̀ ó pọ̀ mọ́ ha sórí tìgbà kan. تنهض به الأموال وتنفرج به الكرب وتبدأ به الأواجب وتنال به الرغائب ويستسقى الجمامة. سوسي àwọn àsàlátù ni àwọn kò sàlátù nùr ó pọ̀ aláwọ̀ èyí tó kù wọ́n ju Allahumma salli ala Muhammad sallim Allahumma salli ala Muhammad sallim lẹ́bi ti sọ fún wa ẹni máa sọ́nà àlẹ́ àkọ́láta sallallahu alayhi ashara marrat. Ṣéyẹn ò tó ká máa yan ànábì ká máa kí ànábì. Àwọn èèyàn wá ní yóò ẹni máa ṣe náà kọ̀ọ̀kan fúnra yín. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ lábáwá elédè ní ìnáwó ó ní sọ̀lú plural ló gbé wá sọ̀lú no individual ní sórí kẹ́ ẹ mọ́ kó jọ. Gbogbo tó sọ pé sọ́lù sọ̀láàtà ẹ máa lọ kírun tó gbé wá ní jámù ṣe bó náà ló mú ọmọ ṣe congregation tá àwọn èèyàn wà tó ń ṣe tí ò dáa. Tẹ́ ẹ ṣe ò dáa ẹ já sọ fún wọn ẹ á máa lọ mọ gbogbo ẹ máa lọ mọ gbó ẹ máa ṣe ádíyà nonsense gbogbo ẹ dáa àwọn gbogbo tẹ́ bá jókòó ẹ kó àwọn ọmọ wa. Alhamdulillah.
Yarhamakumullah.
Nínú lọ́wọ́ ìṣe wa rẹ̀. Ẹ káwọn ọmọ wa ẹ jẹ́ kó máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ànábì ẹ káwọn àfáà wa ẹ jẹ́ kó máa sọ ìwà ànábì èyí tá a bá ké lọ́dún yìí ká má ké lọ́dún tí ń bọ̀ ká má fi dà sí i ká má ta sánà àhọ́lùwà ká má ta sánà ìjọba gbé wa. That is what we need. But condemning it in totality because some people are going to go haywire, are going to exceed limit. That's not accepted. What is accepted is that we need to be correcting ourselves each time that we have to meet. We need to be telling ourselves the righteous things that we have to do. But because of some people that would overstretch it and overdo it, that will now give it a total blanket condemnity, that is not accepted. It's not accepted. May Allah in His infinite mercy continue to guide us right, shower His blessings on us, and show us the right path, the path of those that have bestowed His blessings upon, not the path of those that are astray. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Salamun ala al-mursalin.
Ẹ má bínú sá kí n tó yọ̀ǹda yín pé kẹ́ máa lọ́nà lónìí yọ̀ǹda lọ ẹ má bínú. Wọ́n ní ànábì sallallahu alaihi wasallam pé àdúrà kan wà tọ́lọ́run fún gbogbo àwọn ànábì tó yẹ pé tí wọ́n bá ṣe àdúrà yẹn Ọlọ́run ò ní kọ̀ sí wọn Ọlọ́run máa fàṣẹ sí ni. Wọ́n ní ànábì tiwa Rasulullahi sallallahu alaihi wasallam pé àdúrà tí wọn ò tí ì ṣe pé wọ́n dì í mú wọ́n sì ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ di ọjọ́ gbéǹde àlùkìá mọ́ ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Irọ́ ni kò sí nǹkan kan tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí ẹ bá ti ka àyàtọ̀ kò sí ẹ ti mọ̀ pa ànábì òfin nǹkan pamọ́. Tí ẹ bá kanu àyàtọ̀ sí kí ẹ lọ kanu àmọ́ ẹ tẹ̀sán àlò. Wípé Ọlọ́run ní Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum. Ọlọ́run ròyìn rẹ̀. La ta'khudhuhu sinatun wala nawm. Lahu ma fi as-samawati wa ma fi al-ard. Wa man dha alladhi yashfa'u 'indahu illa bi'idhnihi. That istisna, exception tọ́lọ̀ ṣe ń bẹ̀ yẹn, ta ló ṣe fún?
Anabi Muhammad.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kẹ́ bá mọ̀ kó ti ṣe. Àmọ́ tí ó fi ṣe ìwà àtẹ̀mí náà láti lọ béèrè pé kó ṣe. Ó ti ṣe kalẹ̀ lọ sọ pé ummati lọ́lọ́run fàyè ilẹ̀ fún. Pé gbogbo táwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ bá fẹ́ wọ́n sì máa ṣe fún wọn. Kí ló fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún? Kí ló mọ̀ tẹ́mi nídìí? Kí ló mọ̀ tẹ́yìn nídìí? Kò lè lè jọra wọn. Ọlọ́jà kò mójútó wọn lówí. Kọ́lọ̀ bá àwọn mójútó wa, ó sì ti mójútó wa. Tó bá wá dọjọ́ intercession, tẹ́ bá dénú Suratul Naba níbẹ̀rẹ̀, ó ní yawma yaqumu ruhu wal malaikatu saffan la yakallamuna illa man azina lahu rahmanu wa qala sawaba. Ànábì náà ní bá sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kẹ́bà á mọ̀ pé ọlọ́mọ fún ni. Wọ́n á sọ ní Suratul Nisa. Ọlọ́run ní wa kayfa idha jina min kulli ummatin bi shahidin. Torí àwọn tó ń sọ pé kò tí ì ṣe wọ́n gbàgbé àyà ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ní how will we have come with every group with their witness, who will witness for them. Ọlọ́run wá ní wajina bika, and we are going to bring you, O Muhammad, with a witness upon all of them. How is that day going to go? There's a very long hadith that says, tó bá dojú àǹkì àmọ́, Ọlọ́run ní yàrá pé inú Suratu Israel, chapter 16 verse 17. Ọlọ́run ní kullu insanin alzamnahu ta'irahu fi unukihi. Everybody tó bá ti kú, wọ́n á yọ fídíò rìkọ̀dà, wọ́n á sokùn mọ́, wọ́n á sokùn ọlọ́run. Fanukhriju lahu yawmal qiyamati. We are going to remove it on the day of judgment and give it to him. Ikra kitabaka, read your book yourself. Àwọn èèyàn tó ń ṣe publicity, wọ́n ní ọlọ́run gbé VCR wá video player, wọ́n á kì í sí, wọ́n á gbé screen síwájú ẹ̀ bá ti ń wọra wa yìí náà ló mọ̀ owó ṣe é. Ikra kitabaka, ṣáàmù wò. Kafa bi nafsika al-yawma alayka hasiba is enough for you as your accountability lẹ́ni and judgment. Ọlọ́run wá ní mọ̀ ní ìtajà ẹni tó bá bára ẹ̀ lójú ọ̀nà. Fa innama yahtadi li nafsihi, ó ṣiṣẹ́ kó bára ẹ̀ lójú ọ̀nà nígbà tó wà láyé ni. Wọ́n máa ń dọ́là ẹni tó bá sọnù. Fa innama yadillu alayha, lórí ìgbà tó wà láyé rẹ̀ ló sọ rẹ̀.
Ẹni àná.
Wala taziru waziratan wizra ukhra. You are not going to bear my body, neither will I bear your own. Ma kunna mu'azzibina. We are not going to punish anybody. Adanbga Rasulullah, and we will send a messenger to you. And that messenger is Muhammad. Ọlọ́run tó bá ṣe sábàlì gbogbo yẹn, ó yẹ ẹ̀ máa wá lọ, Ọlọ́run wà ní kó dúró. Ibi Muhammad, the intercession tí mo béèrè fún ẹ, ó yá àwọn wo ló fẹ́ ṣìpẹ̀ fún? A ní mo fẹ́ ṣìpẹ̀ fún àwọn tí sọ la ilaha illallah láyé. Jẹ́ ọ̀pá àwọn tó ti dájọ́ oníkálukú tó ti dájọ́, àwọn tó kù wá ní mo fẹ́ ṣìpẹ̀ fún wọn láyé. Ọlọ́run ni ó yá gbogbo wọn. The light will shine upon anybody tó bá sọ la ilaha illallah láyé kó dàbí ìbáṣe mùsùlùmí. Àdébí ó ṣìpẹ̀ fún wọn, wọn ò ní wọ̀ náà. Jẹ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n.
Àgbọ́yé.
Adóníjọ́ tó kù, Àdébí ni mo fẹ́ ṣìpẹ̀ fún ẹni tí ṣàtìrúmínà ìmánì wà níwájú ẹ̀, iná kan wà tó kàn lórí wọn, iná tó wà tàyà Àdébí ní ilé. Mo fẹ́ ní ipò ẹnì kankan lẹ̀ máa fèèyàn díẹ̀ tánàbí ò ti ní gbàlẹ̀ through intercession. So àwọn bàbá wa wá gbé kalẹ̀, àdìsí yẹn ni wọ́n mọ̀, wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ tó bá sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ pé Ọlọ́run bá Ànábì lága wàsílà. Ọlọ́run sọ pé Ànábì ni ó gbà mí gbàràn mi tó bá dà láìra. Ànábì ni ó gbà mí gbàràn mi tó bá dà láìra. Ẹ máa sọ fún sọ́nà láàrin wàsálà kí ẹni pé yóò bọ̀ sínú àwọn tọ́nà mọ́ bá. Ànábì ti ṣàdúrà, ó ti kó wa sínú ìkẹyẹn kó tó di kókú. Táwa ti máa wà ló kẹyẹn kó tó di kókú. Tó bá ti dá ìgbé àwọn tí bá ti sọ fọlọ́ọ̀ pé àwọn tí mo fẹ́ kọ́ náà yan ni, á ti wá bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sí bẹ́ẹ̀. So kò sádùá kan ló wà ń bì kan tó ṣe ìfẹ́ ṣe kan tí ò ti ṣe kọjá.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. So, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alamin. Ẹ ṣeun lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀, Ọlọ́run bá san yín lẹ́san rẹ̀. Màmá wa Hajiya Hajara, bóyá ẹ ní gbólóhùn kan àbí méjì tẹ́ fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn bàbá kan tó lọ. Ẹ bá mi unmute ara yín mà. Salamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Alhaji.
Wa
Ẹ
alaikum
ṣeun
salam.
gan ni, a dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ yín gan ni, a tún fi ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́ sí ilé nì. Ọlọ́run máa bùkún yín, Ọlọ́run fún yín ní àlékún mọ̀. Ẹ
Àmín.
ṣeun gan, a dúpẹ́ gan, jazakumullahu khairan. A máa rí yín bá ní gbogbo ìgbà. Àwọn ọmọ
Àmín.
yín náà tún mọ̀ ju yín lọ, inshallah.
Àmín.
Ẹ
Allahumma
ṣeun gan sà.
àmín. So, yeah, in fact, mi ò lè sọ bí inú mi ṣe dùn tó fún ètò tí ẹ bá wa ṣe lénìí. So, àsàlátù ìjà sọ pé òun ló kéré jù yẹn ló dẹ̀ easier jù yẹn. Ṣé lè lead wa ṣàkàṣe bíi mẹ́wàá nù ẹ̀ ká fi gba 100 àbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم
صل على محمد وسلم. Allahumma internet
صل اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد
Allahumma salli ala سيدنا محمد ربي صل على سيدنا محمد.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد
على سيدنا
محمد ويا ربي صل على
سيدنا
محمد.
اللهم صل على سيدنا ياسين ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد
اللهم صل على سيدنا
محمد ويا ربي صل على
سيدنا
محمد.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد.
اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. اللهم صل على سيدنا حبيبي. اللهم صل على سيدنا المختار ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد. صل على سيدنا محمد
ويا ربي صل على سيدنا محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد وعلى محمد وعلى آل محمد. اللهم إنا نستغفرك من كل ذنب استغفر منه النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. نستغفر على كل ذنب علمنا وعلى كل ذنب لم نعلم وعلى كل ذنب أظهرنا وعلى كل ذنب أسررنا. اللهم أنت الغفور الرحيم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا يا عزيز يا غفار يا رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أنك أنت الله الذي لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك لك الملك ولك الحمد تحيي وتميت وأنت على كل شيء قدير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمده سبحانك اللهم أنت العزيز العظيم الجبار الكريم الحكيم يا رب العالمين يا ذا الفضل العظيم يا إلهنا إله كل شيء إلها واحدا لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم.
Balalamin. Ọlọ́run kó bá dúpẹ́ fún yín o bàbá wa. Ọlọ́run kó bá san yín lẹ́san rẹ̀. Ẹ̀san rẹ̀ tó máa kárí yín, tó máa kárí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín, àwọn ìyàwó yín, gbogbo ẹbí yín, nídìí ìyá, nídìí bàbá. Fi dunya wal akhirah. Bijahi Rasulil Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ìyàwó ẹ̀yin náà tẹ́ wà lórí ètò, Ọlọ́run kó bá san yín lẹ́san rẹ̀. Kọ́lọ́run bá dúpẹ́ fún yín, kọ́lọ́run bá gbàdúrà yín, kó gbàdúrà yín ju bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe lọ. Kí gbogbo wa kó wá fi Jánnà ọgbàdẹ́ra kó fi ṣàánú wa, kó fi ṣàánú wa tọmọtọmọ, kó fi ṣàánú wa tààrọmọdọ́mọ wa, kó fi ṣàánú wa ìrandíran wa hatta yawmal qiyamah ya dhal jalali wal ikram. So ibi tí a ti máa fi àdàgbẹ́ ètò ìrọ̀ sí ni. We thank our Father from the deepest part of my heart, with so much gratitude in my heart. We thank you, sir, for taking us through this wonderful journey of of such huge knowledge. May Almighty Allah preserve you so that we can enjoy more of this for many years more to come, inshallah, bi qudratillahi ta'ala. And for those of you watching us, this has come to you from Light Upon Light Online Academy, where we teach children and adults how to read the Quran with tajweed and how to understand the Quran, and how to, through understanding the language of the Quran, which is the Arabic language. My name remains Ghaniya Akorede, your sister in Islam. Thanking you for watching us. If you want to be part of this program, you want to join us live and ask our shuyukh or the scholars that we are bringing, just call me on 713-909-5285 so that I can hook you up with our scholars and I can give you the
outcomes. Let them know you are beaming from the States.
Yes. I'm broadcasting from the United States of America, right? But we have scholars coming from all parts of the world. So this is a program you really don't want to miss. And we're doing it all for the love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nítorí Ife Anabi la ṣe ń ṣe, kọ́ ló má ṣe ìgbà ní ìbàdàn fún wa. Kó ṣe wá ní alábàápàdé pẹ̀lú ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Má fi rí ànábì, àìrí ànábì kó má fi kọ́ alẹ́kún, kọ́ ló ká wa kún ẹni tó rí ànábì ní ìhìn ayé àti lábẹ́ ìjọba. Tàgíjọ́ máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀, tó máa bá wa ṣeré, tó máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀, tó máa ṣàdúrà fún wa. La hawla wala quwwata. We're going to draw the curtain on the program for today. Tomorrow is another day, inshallah, with another scholar coming your way on Ife Anabi, for the love of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Until then, I remain your sister in Islam, saying Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.